Hello everyone, Tiniestofchibis here, and we're back with Genshin Impact. This is very important stuff right now.
Do
We're
you
gonna
hope your
auto it.
foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Should never have existed.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations. A traveler, your existence is unique and there seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters? That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my... So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
God, I'm already like, I don't. Ugh. She's gonna do some stupid. Where is she? Woman, where is
Your
she?
arrival has
There
brought
she
a
is.
deafening static. Strike dead.
Freeze! This moment will be
ends
frozen.
now. Feel the beat.
There she is. Why are you fucking running off, woman?
Steady as stone, as a good knight should.
I'm trying to use all my things right now so I can at least try to get her down. Some help.
Evasion is futile.
Until she decides to be a jerk. And pull the, oh.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
I'll catch up.
It's fine. Whatever.
Feel the beat.
Can you stop,
I
woman?
must leave no stone unturned.
Dodge this!
Probably I should have switched out
What's the
official for Diona. Oh well.
Inferior.
Better do that again.
You are an enemy that requires special attention.
Can you stop?
Freeze!
Like, I have to survive up to a certain point.
What's the hurry? Don't get frostbite.
Pyrotechnic. Inferior.
So, I'm just trying to live up to a point and then
Instabilities will be removed.
she actually just does the bullshit. Alright. I'm gonna be more careful.
This
So,
ends now.
What's the hurry? What's the
this
hurry?
is a game of survival.
What's the hurry?
Evasion is futile. Strike dead. I will mold you into the foundations of eternity.
Okay, there we go. I just need to live long enough to be able to get to something.
Dear me, aren't
you cutting it rather close. Hmm?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
We can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
I'm getting all teary-eyed. Okay, so gosh, I'm getting all teary-eyed because I'm like, man, it's so bullshit.
By royal
Is she- Yeah, she's immune to it, but come on. Hey, can you not be a bitch, please? Stop it.
Leave it all to me.
Power core! Time to rock!
What's the hurry? This moment will be frozen in time.
Time to clean up.
All desire can be broken.
Stop it.
Pyrotechnics! Yeah! Amp it up!
It's like,
This world, a fleeting shadow.
I have my shield, so I'm good.
Verdict is
Oh,
decided.
so sorry. Freeze.
And I have ice, which is good for fighting off lightning. And what? Who is beeping me that I have? Better be someone important.
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Hey, can you like do me a favor and die for like 2 seconds, please? Thank you.
Dodge this. Freeze.
Oops. Can you? Oops. I was like, is she going to die?
You've lost, eh?
Yep, she did.
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
I wonder if you guys are feeling like the things scrape on my earrings and my necklace and whatnot. Just moving that off my ear. Expression like and take over the work of the gods.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm
Long story
concerned.
short,
When all
she
said
lost
and
her
done,
friends and
all
her
you really
her
want is
twin
to protect
sister.
your beloved Inazuma forever and ever.
So
Isn't
now
that
she's
right?
like super depressed and sad.
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me,
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
but it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You can still strive
You
for
are the one
eternity
who's been
while
acting like
changing.
a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
Probably. Okay. Is it done? Well, it is 12:55, I can tell you that. It's late. And I got
So what did
three.
you guys do in the Raiden ship?
It was a fight.
The Vision Hunt Decree abolished?
We conveyed the wishes of the people.
Gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So maybe the reason Yaimiko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Okay. So now that that's done, I gotta talk to Yoimiya. Or Miko, or whatever the hell she wants to call herself. Ah!
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Choked myself out for a second there.
Finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the balladeer exactly? The balladeer is
I wanna
number
make a joke.
6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just took
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis.
I wonder they haven't seen the bar since. Oh, I could fetch such a huge price.
Well, what's done is done. And Paimon hardly thinks we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past. So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today. Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma. As a mark of my gratitude, I will... What would you like to know about?
Essentially, this is what, instead of talking to, like, in Mondstadt you talk to Venti, and Zhongli you talk to in Liyue at the end of the things. Well, since A's in her little bubble of eternity, we're talking to her instead.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No, the prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ugh, not the Fatui.
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis, and the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
What a crazy story!
It is, isn't
Like
it?
everyone.
Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny?
I like how, like, because of that, like, this whole little comment, everyone's all like, A's, Scaramouche's mom. And, like, I don't know if it was a comment or a comic or a comment. Where it was like, it's like, F you, Mog. Now I'm the Electric Archon now. And I was like, ha ha ha. Yeah, it's funny. You know?
I'm surprised an Outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morax told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or Shadow Warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not 2, but 1. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
Ah, damn it. There goes the alarm. Curses. But we are close to the end, so we're just doing the little quotey quotes, and then the next episode I should actually start the shenanigans
That was
of the
when
thing.
A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you guys can still hear me, even though the mic isn't on my
Sorry,
head.
I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
I'm pretty sure that the unknown is Celestia. It has to be.
That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry. We aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you. After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Subaru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best. Are you sure? Okay then. Keep it safe. Is that all you intend? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who
Who in their right mind would do that?
Oh, I see. Your ambition should be something. Perhaps the reason you continue
Blah, blah,
on your
blah.
journey.
I don't care no more. Alrighty.
Say,
Woo.
Inazuma has become a lot more stable lately. Why haven't we received any new commissions? If this goes on, your sword's gonna get rusty. Well, we've got nothing else to do. Let's head over to the Adventurers Guild.
Alrighty. How many hours do I have before I can't tell. Does that say 1 hour? Looks like 1 hour, so fuck. I got a lot of work to do in this 1 hour and something minutes. Cause it's switching over at 4 o'clock in the morning. Woo! Yawning. Alright. And I hope...
Traveler. You couldn't... The Adventurers Guild has received a new commission, but it's a little complicated. We've struggled to find the right candidate for the job.
Lay it
I'll
on me.
get straight to the point. She's in possession of a temporary travel...
Hey, what? Huh. A distinctive female musician from Lille? Sounds familiar.
Oh? Is she a friend of yours?
Let
She
me...
headed for the Tenryo Commission. I hear that the commission...
If it's who Paimon thinks it is,
Not who that. Okay. So I got very short time to finish this. Oh right, the alarm went off. Shit. So how much hours do I have? I can't tell what that number says. An hour and 15 minutes, I think it says. Where am I going? Okay. So, we're gonna end this episode here. And we're gonna hurry up, or I'm gonna hurry up, and try to do the thingy. So for now...
look. Is that really Xinyan?
Yeah. Oh, I guess we'll wait until it
That
starts.
is
There we go.
Xinyan!
Alright.
Ha! Paimon's intuition prevails again!
Anyway, Tiniestofchibis is signing out.